The story of the spoiled dude from a rich family takes place in the Age of the Dragon in a dark, cruel Thedas, the world where magic exists, but it's a curse, where eerie elf dudes are humiliated not only by short dwarf dudes, but by literally everyone, including the eerie dudes themselves, where being rich or beautiful or maker forbid both only means being a target, where short dudes are fighting for their lives with an undead dark dudes army they didn't even bring upon themselves because of their greed, where everybody suffers, nobody feels safe, and if that wasn't enough, a horrible unstoppable blight is about to happen. It all started with magic dudes. Spoiled assholes wanted to go in heaven at any cost. But whoever lived up there in the Golden City was probably an introvert and cursed magic dudes for bothering him. Magic dudes became dark dudes. This change made them feel really bad, and what do people do when they feel bad? Precisely, they go and make everyone else feel bad too. In this case, dark dudes started a blight. They gathered in large groups and went to normal dudes to tell them that since they can't become normal again, everyone else has to become dark. This way everyone would be happy. Unfortunately, normal dudes couldn't understand the word coming from these corrupted, decomposed creatures. From their perspective, this whole blight thing looked like a war or something, and they decided to stop it. Short dudes were the first to try. Most of the huge underground kingdom was blighted, and the short dudes fell. And what do you do when your enemy falls? Finish your enemy and enjoy the victory? You want them to know who is the winner dude here, so you leave some of them in their last city, Orzammar, and remind them every now and then that they, short dudes, are doomed. Occupied by the dark dudes underground is called the Deep Roads. From there these creatures went on the surface and almost destroyed our world. But then the grey dudes came and saved the day. No one knows why, but they were immune to the dark dude's curse. Plus the grey dudes were just as fearless and unstoppable. So the dark dudes, well, what's left of them, were forced to return to the Deep Roads, where they gathered some more dark dudes and tried to destroy the world again. Why didn't the grey dudes go to the Deep Roads and finish their enemy? Well, we already know the answer. Plus the dark dudes couldn't preserve dwarven infrastructure, so it became kinda an unstoppable labyrinth filled with all sorts of dangerous creatures and traps. The last attempt of the dark dudes to make everyone dark and happy was 4 centuries ago. Normal dudes forgot about them. Nobody cares about the short dudes who are still trying to survive in that small cellar of theirs. And the grey dudes, well, there are not much of them left after all these years of unemployment. Once on his way to the toilet, the leader of the grey dudes, Duncan, notices something dark on the horizon.
It may even be too late, for I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Now it's time to introduce the main dude. You. You were born in Ferelden, the most common, simple, village-like kingdom in the world. There are lots of possible places to live here, as a favorite short dude's king's child in the palace in the Orzammar, as a needy commoner in the dust town in the same city, as a proud eerie dude from the Dalish tribe in the Brazilian forest, as a poor city eerie dude in the Alanage of Danarim, or as a magic dude destined to live all your life in the Circle Tower like in a prison. But you, noble rich dude, were born as the second son in the Cousland family. You're a fine young man in your late 20s, and today is a big day for you.
For generations, your family, the Couslands, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Cousland's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
It's a beautiful warm day and your old dude wanted to see you, so you enter the room where he and his old friend Arl Ho are discussing gathering their forces to join the king in the battle against the dark dudes. Arl Ho's dudes are late due to the bad weather. Your old dude introduces you to Arl Ho. Since he and your older brother are leaving tomorrow, you will be in charge of the castle. You don't know how to feel about it. On the one side you will be the main dude here, on the other it's a huge responsibility and a headache. While thinking about it, you look at Arl Ho. Something in his face makes you feel sick. You are thinking about an excuse to leave when the leader of the Grey Dudes come in.
There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Cousland.
For some reason Arl Ho looks pleasantly surprised that Grey Dudes are here. Why would he care though? It's your castle and your business to take care of your guests. Even if these guests are the Grey Dudes. Duncan is looking for new dudes for his order. Think Maker he's after that Gilmer dude and not after you. Your only task here is to make sure that Duncan won't leave without new dude in his order. Well, that's tomorrow's concern, and tomorrow's concerns are for tomorrow's you. But now you also have a task. Find your brother Fergus and tell him to lead our dudes to Ostogar to join the king ahead of your old dude, who will leave with the Arl. But before this, you want to relax for a bit, take a closer look at the castle and its residents. You talk with Duncan. He tells you that the first battles against the Dark Dudes have already been fought. There are thousands of Dark Dudes, but no Archdemon who usually leads the Dark Dudes. So Arl Ho is not sure if this is actually a blight and not just a big dark horde. There's no way to know for sure at the moment, so you leave the old dudes and go for a walk around the castle. In one of the rooms you see a priestess and guards praying to Maker.
Maker, prepare a place for us. Redeem our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all!
You don't really believe in all this religious stuff, so when she asks you to pray with her for your dudes, you just pretend to do so.
Creator of the sky, the land, and the sea. Hear your people in our time of need.
Maker, watch over us.
Let no man have cause to fear the shadows. Let their souls be lifted upon your return. So let it be.
The priestess is busy with praying for other dudes, so you leave her. On the way to the library you meet that Gilmer dude Duncan wants to recruit. He says that your bear is messing around in the kitchen again and Nanny, your cook, is threatening to leave. But you know her your whole life and you're sure that she won't do this. Your favorite bear deserves to have some fun and so do you. So you don't rush with taking care of it. You tell this Gilmer dude that Duncan intends to test him for recruitment.
Maker's breath, are you certain? Can you imagine me, a Grey Warden? It would be everything I've dreamed of.
He's overreacting. This is good. You will join the Grey Dudes to fight those rotten creeps and you will stay here in the safety of your cozy castle. Finally you go to the library, where your history teacher is trying to convince his students that history is important. What a joke. You're almost ready to leave when the old dude notices your presence. How unfortunate. He asks you to help him with teaching. You say that you're way too old for this shit, but the dude doesn't care, so you stay for a while.
Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young man.
Your lecturing does lead to yawning, dude.
At any rate, your family has held the tournure of Highever since before King Callan had united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Elethea Cousland battled Callanhad to maintain Highever's independence. When Callanhad's army reached Highever, Tierna Elethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Callanhad won. Callanhad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elethea's men were defeated, Callanhad asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that
Can
event.
I go now?
The history between the Couslands and the house reaches back to the Orlesian occupation.
And when did Orlais occupy Highever?
During your grandfather's rule. Of course, Orlais found it difficult to hold these lands. During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near Highever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the Turnier's center. Its Arl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over.
But my father and Arl Ho are old friends.
The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Loghain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Cousland, to fight the Darkspawn.
Can I finally go, dude?
Thank you for indulging an old man.
Does that mean we have to listen to you now?
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. Perhaps you should go.
Finally.
I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself.
When his lecture is finally over, you return to your tour. Servants mention that the castle will be empty without all those dudes who go to Ostagar. In the treasury you see two guard dudes playing cards. They are used to safety of the castle. If something happens, Maker forbid, these dudes would die first. But since the dark dudes are far away from here, you don't see any reason to stop their game. Treasury is locked away and your old dude and Thedas are the only ones who have the key. A few minutes later you accidentally stumble across your old dudes.
Ah, here is my son, along with Sir Gilmore. Tell me, Sir Gilmore, has my pup collared that dog yet?
Not just yet, your ladyship.
Darling, do take care of that.
But Mom.
This hound of yours is an excellent protector, but he drives Nan to distraction.
Yes, Mom.
I'm not asking you to travel to the moon.
Sure, Mom.
The kitchen is just around the corner. Sir Gilmore, see that it gets done.
As your ladyship commands.
She introduces you to her alcoholic friend, her son, and a servant. You have a hazy memory of sparring her son on a tournament. He's a really weak dude. And it looks like this blonde servant Thedas has some feelings for you. She's not in your taste. You prefer dark-haired women with a wild nature. Anyway, there's nothing left to do except taking care of that bear in the kitchen. So you follow the screaming sound right to the person it comes from, your nanny.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress...
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves, I swear it. You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down. How am I supposed to work like this?
Oh dear.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way. Why are you talking to me, young man? That wretched creature is likely eating my beautiful roast as we speak.
Yep, that's why.
Just get the beast out. I can't make anything if I can't get into the larder.
Finally you open the door to the kitchen where your bear tries to tell you that something is hiding here. It can't be those filthy little creatures, can it?
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
You have a bad feeling about it. That's when it happens. A dozen of disgusting grey rats, probably bigger than your bear, invade the room. It's their kitchen now. You have to retreat. ASAP. You force your numb body to move, frantically try to open the door you came through, but it's closed. Nanny, that old crone. How could she? Stabbed you in the back like this. You, her favorite little boy. Open the door, Nanny. It's not too late. You yell through the cracks in the wood, but your screaming for help drowns in the hellish squeaking of those bloody parasites. The kitchen slowly becomes red. You try to hide in the corner. Perhaps that Gilmer dude and the bear will be enough to satisfy their hunger. You feel one of them approaching you. This is it. This is how it ends. This is not kind of battle you dreamt to die in. It's not like you dreamt about dying in battle or anywhere else, but still. No, You're a proud son of the Cousland family, you won't die here like this. You have to do something. Maybe... Yes, that might work. Yeah, hope still remains. You can do this. You escape to the opposite side of the kitchen. The would-be killer decides to look for a more convenient target and leaves you alone. You fall unconscious.
A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
You see Rad. You don't know what happened, but that Gilmer dude wakes you up. Rad's pieces are everywhere on the floor, on the ceiling, on the walls and tables. This is truly a miracle. Maybe Maker does exist after all. You are unharmed and can relax. That Gilmer dude goes on his business, leaving you and Bear alone. Then the traitor asks you some stupid questions. You tell her about rats.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead.
Oh, that? Yeah, I took care of it.
Thank you again for your help. Now, if you'll just hold on a moment. Yes?
You know, I'm kind of busy right now.
Adney, get moving with those casts. And Kath, do you think you can serve that to the turn with dirt from the floor all over it?
Miserable old bat.
Old bat, am I? We've got to work double time on supper, sweep out the hearths, and no complaining.
Have you considered whipping them?
Oh, there's no need for that. Don't think I don't see you there, Kath.
She's got eyes in the back of her head, she does.
Thank you for coming to your old nanny's rescue.
She tells you that boring story about a bear who bites someone and lives happily ever after, something like that. Usually you fall asleep before Nan can even start, so there's no way to know for sure. After waking up, you talk to your mom again. She's upset that your old dudes are going to fight Maker knows what so far away from home. Well, at least you are here in safety and she doesn't have to worry about you.
I love you, my darling boy. You know that, don't you?
What brought this on?
You've grown up so fast. And now Bryce is leaving you in charge of the castle. I suppose there's no point in dwelling on it. Go do what you must then. I will see you soon.
Finally, like a good son who always does what his old dudes tell him, you find your brother Fergus. Dude is chilling with his wife and son. They are a lovely family. You talk to them for a while until your old dudes come.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
You could have delivered your message yourself, Father.
And miss having both my children in one place before I leave? Not likely.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Orin. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, Maker's breath. I swear it's like living with a pack of small boys.
I'll miss you, Mother dear. You'll take care of her, brother, won't you?
After saying goodbye, you go to your room to sleep.
Getting sent to bed early, are we?
Have fun on the long march. In the cold.
A warm bed doesn't sound so bad now, come to think of it. At any rate, I'll miss you. Take care of everyone, and be here when I get back.
Tomorrow is gonna be busy. You're in charge of the whole castle after all. Plus there's this grey dude Duncan. Bear will probably be getting on Nan's nerves again. By the way, why is he barking like that in the middle of the night?
My lord! Help me! The castle is under attack!
Maker, brass. Are you still sleeping? Was this dude really just shot in the back? And you're still naked? Oh my... Maker. While Bear is distracting the enemies, you try to put your armor on as fast as possible. You wonder who is attacking you, and is your brother still here? Probably not. They, whoever they are, waited for your main forces to leave and now attack an almost defenseless castle. Castle you are in charge of, so it's time to go there and kick some ass. After taking out the garbage with the edge of the sword, you reunite with your mom. She says that these bad dudes are Arlho's men, judging by their shields. You have to find Fergus' wife and son, make sure that they are okay, and then look for your old dude and the way out. There's no way to fight all these bad dudes. You must retreat. The castle is lost, but you can still save your dudes. You enter your brother's room, where just a few hours ago your whole family was enjoying the last moments before parting your ways. You are too late. Fuck. It was supposed to be easy. Dudes that left were to be in danger. How can it be that now they are the lucky ones who are still alive and the dudes you should have taken care of are dead? This is all because of that traitorous snake. Time to get rid of him and his thugs. Killing innocents like this, they are disgusting. You can't stand touching them even with your sword anymore. You take the bow. There's one last thing these stupid bad dudes who blindly follow Ho will see. An arrowhead right before their eyes, and they won't see anything ever again. You find that alcoholic Thedas dead, probably as well as her son and servant. Further in the castle you see her running from a battled servant. No one dares to leave your dudes behind. You encourage him to stay and fight. Fight until all of you can escape. But what if there won't be anyone left? A few moments later, in the middle of a fight, you realize that your mom is fighting with her bare hands. What a tremendous woman. Hard to imagine what she'll be capable of with the bow you took from the corpse a minute ago. Your history teacher, Dad. You fight your way to the treasury. Mom gives you the key. There's family sword inside. You should take it. Guards that were playing cards on duty. Dad. You're not surprised. Why were they behind the closed door though? And the treasury isn't touched, even though you can open it with the same key. Well, there's no time to think about it. You equip the family sword as well as new shield and armor. Forget about that non-touching bad dudes with the sword nonsense and decapitate some empty heads. You kill the bad dudes one by one. Your mom kills twice as much, not to mention the bear. But it's not enough. New dudes come and come. After every door you open, there are a bunch of them waiting. There's no way to win this fight. In the main room, you help that Gilmer dude with defending the main gate. He stays to buy you some time. You use it to find your old dude.
He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over us all.
Get out! Run! Run!
There, you both are. I was
Bryce.
wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding.
Hal's men found me first. Almost did me in right there.
Dude, we need to get you out of here, dude.
I won't survive the standing, I think.
Get up and let's go, dude.
My boy. If only Will could make it so.
Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go.
Someone must reach Fergus. Tell him what has happened.
Ho must have something planned for him too. Dude.
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the turn is correct. House men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My youngest son helped me get here. Make her be praised.
Duncan, you are under no obligation to me, but I beg you, take my wife and son to safety.
I will, your lordship, but I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
But what about that Gilmer dude?
Truthfully, you were always my first choice.
Shit.
I will take the Tyrna and your son to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then, your son joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Hal. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us.
And this is how Duncan makes you a Grey Dude. Even if you say no, he would invoke the right of conscription and recruit you anyway. Well, after all that happened, becoming a Grey Dude doesn't sound so bad. Your old dude can't escape with you, so your mom stays with him to buy you some time.
We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our son will not die of Hal's treachery. He will live and make his mark on the world.
Darling, go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Eleanor.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you. My place is with your father. At his side to death and beyond.
I'm so sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
Then go, pup. Warn your brother. You know that we love you both. You do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
You bid them farewell, leave the conquered castle behind and go with Duncan to join the king army in Ostagar, hopefully find your brother, tell him about what happened, and together figure out what to do next.
The king's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.